It is 1 week after the summer solstice, and that means it is time for the Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines Gem Show. I'm here once again, and this year, year 3 of shooting videos at this show, I decided the best thing that I could do with you guys to take you along on this adventure is to take you on a buying journey. So for me at this show, my number one thing I want to do is find stones for recutting. Rough is out. Since the pandemic, it's been too expensive, too rare, too scarce, too hard to get good material, but mostly too expensive. So I thought, why don't we go around the show and look for the deals, the already cut stones that need recuts, the dollar bin stones, and all that other good stuff that we can take home and improve. So that's what we're gonna do on this adventure at the Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines show, and I'm sure we'll have some friends along the way to join us and talk about what their buying goals are. So let's get into it. So if you haven't been to this show before, or you haven't seen my previous videos, basically this show, it's an outdoor show that's in 2 parts. We've got zone minerals here, and then we can walk through the city center into zone gems. So we've got some stuff that we want to see up here, but for us, in our adventure, mostly what we want to see is in zone gems, where we're going to find the already cut stones and the jewelry. Before we get into serious business of hunting, let's just take a quick walkthrough of the entrance of the show, which is the mineral section. So in this area, we've got all types of things, from some vintage books to specimens, to crystals, tumbled stones, and lots of flats, different minerals that you can buy in whole boxes. 50 euros for the whole box. 50 euros for the whole box.
Right now we are looking at some geodes for Justin's new school, new office. So we have some nice decorations. We don't know which one to choose so much.
So we bought one of these a few years back, and it's been adorning our dining room table very beautifully. So this is always a nice thing. And the fact that we drove here means we can easily take it back home.
This one is pretty.
30 kilos. 9 euros kilo, so we do a little bit of math.
270.
270. So we know kind of what price range they're in. Now we just got to see if there's one that really catches our eye.
There is way lighter one. Like this one is 16, so it will be almost half of the price.
So the cool thing about this show is that it's in 2 parts. So we're leaving the mineral part and heading across town so that we can go to the gem area. So now we are in the gem side, and this is where our hunt really begins. Who's got the gems, and who's got them cheap and in need of repairs and recuts? That's what we want to know. So, Carrie, we're in Sainte-Marie. What is on your buying list today? What are you looking for?
Nothing, because I'm not buying anything in Sainte-Marie, Justin. So I'm not buying any of these things that I'm not buying. So I've got a pair of rutilated quartz that have cat's eye that will look amazing in earrings. I have got some rainbow lattice sunstone. I've got a pair of purple scapalites to really annoy students because they won't know what it is. Some lovely hidnites. I have bicolor citrine.
Okay.
I have bicolor corundum. I have this amazing tourmaline that's got a really nice clear green bit. And it's got a cat's eye in it as well.
That's crazy.
I love that. And then I'm thinking about not buying these diaspore because they're just super cool. And also not buying this demontoid because that's just yummy.
Yeah.
Total yummy.
So in your tray, are you thinking more about students and teaching or stuff?
Yeah, a lot of it will be like it's stuff for students, so it's like teaching stones, but also rare and unusual stuff because we mostly work with reclaimed, and so when we buy new, it's only something that's like a bit unusual, it's a bit different. Like this is like not standard stuff, I guess, and some of it is just cool things. Like I will probably end up wearing those as earrings, so it's a bit of everything, yeah.
Okay, so what are we looking for now?
Just for some stone to recut.
And we're kind of looking in the discount bin now, right? So some of these, like this rutilated quartz is $20. Nothing for us, but some of these, theoretically, could be recut and turn into something that's worth a lot more than $20. So let's look through. And you got 2 for 20. That's some great earrings right there.
Yeah, but they don't have the same cut, so that's an issue.
Yeah, so these 2, nice colors, but the cutting doesn't match. So for us, a $20 investment with maybe a couple of hours of recutting, and this is a very saleable pair of stones that a jeweler would want to use for some earrings or something like that. So the task here is to go through and figure out which ones are worth it, which ones are worth our time, our money investment, what do we think is going to change in the end. Some of these we wouldn't work with, for instance, something like a turquoise cab. We're not really going to have, oh, this is opal, but it looks like a turquoise cab. We're not really going to have anything to do, or a heart turquoise. We're not really going to have anything to do with that for our personal work, but, you know, maybe something else in here we could improve and flip. Tiny emerald. I don't know if you can see on camera, but it's not very parallel. The outline shape's not very good. This is the kind of thing where maybe I would want to recut this and who knows, flip it for who knows what. So why are we going through the dollar bins? We have so much material at home. We can definitely afford more than what we're paying in these bins. But the problem has been for the last few years, and really since the pandemic has ended, the price of rough has gone crazy. The price of getting the uncut stone is more than the cut stone. This is 100 euros, fire opal. How much would it cost to buy the rough to be able to cut this with the wastage? Possibly more than 100 euros. What we've been finding for the last few years is, especially in stuff like tourmalines, the nicer colors of garnets, possibly sapphires, we can get the cut stones depending on where we buy them at, not necessarily in these bins, but for instance in Bangkok or in the Tucson show, we can buy the stones for cheaper than the rough costs, sometimes at a fraction of what the rough costs, which means, you know, getting a nice green garnet like this where we know exactly the clarity and the color and the weight, and we can do our math very accurately to figure out how much weight we're going to lose, means we can very clearly calculate in this moment when we're at the show how much weight we're going to lose on the cut that we think we're going to do, how much money the stone costs, and what we can sell it for. We can do all that math in our head right here in a way that would be a lot harder and less accurate if we were looking at rough. Also, it's very hard to see the real inclusions in rough when you don't have a controlled lighting environment, when you've got, you know, skin and all kinds of stuff not looking so good, you know, in this bright outdoor environment. So what are some examples of stones that we would pass by? A lot of times you're going to see some real stunners, something that really just catches your eye, the color, the flash. These two both look great. Nice blues, nice oranges, but citrine and London topaz, we don't want to recut citrine. Also, these citrines are pretty nice. They really don't need recut. Same with the topazes. These don't need recut. Do we sell topaz irradiated? Do we sell citrine very much? Not really. This is not really the quality or caliber of stone that our store specializes in. And as far as recutting, the value of these stones is not high enough. So we don't really want to play with too many of the low-end cheap stones. The irradiated topazes, the quartz family, red garnets. Thinking more about tourmalines, thinking more about garnets, high-end garnets, spinels, sapphires. So our first look at the brand new Frollet base. He's got them in gold. And it looks a lot cooler than I thought it would. It looks really slick. I wonder if he's gonna do this rounded top on all the new ones. But otherwise, it's exactly the same machine that I've got at home, but change the base. Look at these. All the letters being cut by our new friend Alessandro from Italy. Where are you from?
Rome.
Rome, okay. We know this one, it's a famous one. So you're doing it on the V5?
Yes, V5.
Oh yeah. There we go. So Victoria, what are you looking at right now?
Honey-tip Tanzanites. And Jan is looking at honey-tip sapphires.
And what are you looking for specifically?
There is some interesting colors that like a green, like tourmaline-like.
Thank you for the visit. Thank you very much.
You don't see too much in
Thank you so
Tanzania.
much for your time and your patience.
Okay, Martin, what are we looking at right here?
That's geological maps of some of the major French cities. And they're quite rare and they have a very good price. I'm looking if I can find nice. Oh, there you go. Mantua, my mom is from here. This is the western part of the Jura Mountains.
Okay, should we pull it out?
Yeah. I'm taking this one.
So is this going to be for you or for your mom?
Probably for me.
So where is she from?
Here, the village of Nantua, close to the lake.
So it's not just gems here at the show. Got all kinds of cool stuff.
But actually, you had a family of gem cutter 100 years ago that lived in the valley over here. Le Grand Bergement was one family that came from Saint Claude in the north and emigrated here and still cut until like around the early 20th century.
Cool.
From what I heard.
Cool.
We need to go investigate.
Yeah. If you come to Sainte-Marie, you need to bring cash because the money machine has a long line of people. Okay, Martin, what are you looking at?
Specifically, this kind of very saturated yellow canary denberite.
Okay.
I've seen them cut some of that before, but never the rough. So I studied.
And where's it coming from?
This is, I think, from Tanzania. Yes, this is mine in Tanzania.
And what's so special about that one? You just like the shape, or?
It's just like this. It's a very open, saturated yellow, and it's quite rare to have such a color. So that's why I'm interested to get one. A more Tanzanian stone is also rubies from Windsor, Tanzania. And you see, you recognize them because they have this kind of off-pink color with blue spots.
Yeah.
This is typical from Windsor material. Some Songea sapphires. Nice bicolor, yellow, blue, green, tricolor actually.
Yeah. So we don't see very much rough here in Sainte-Marie, so this is actually one of the rare places where there's like faceted rough on display like this.
Yes. And this is a color change garnet from Lindi, Tanzania. Again.
Okay.
So they have lots of Tanzanian minerals, like spinels from Mahenge here.
It's Friday afternoon, which is for us the last moment of the show. And traditionally, for the last few years, it has been the time that all of the gem cutters meet up at the end as the show is closing for the Friday night. And this year, we actually were able to rent out a little space for us to have a little hangout of all the gem cutters that attend Sainte-Marie. So let's go in and see the Sainte-Marie edition of Apéro Lapidaire. Look at all of these gem cutters just hanging out. the end of the day has arrived. What did you find for the show?
So I got this topaz piece to do.
You brought you brought your work with you.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do for work.
Yeah, exactly.
It's from the muff.
Yeah, it's for the muff.
Oh, so you're
these
working
are the
on.
forms that I needed for the muff, and so I thought.
Wow.
Apérage here.
Yeah.
And I bought just one big crystal so that the color is the same. It's easier than buying two stones.
Okay, so that way it's going to be it has to be a match pair. That's part of it. Okay.
And this one is for this one.
So wait, did they give you these or you made these?
No, I made these.
But they gave you the measurements?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're the first person we know that's going to try this, that we know as it's happening.
Those are for the muff. This one I bought because I liked it and there's a blue streak in it.
Okay.
And it's natural. So
Oh, yeah, I can see it in there.
I thought I could do something fun. Most of them are facets and then there is a sugar loaf.
A sugar loaf?
Yeah.
What are you going to do for the sugar loaf? You didn't find that one yet?
But I thought I'd borrow an opal from a friend.
And what's all this? This is yours?
Yeah, this is mine. This is for fun.
Okay.
For myself.
So these are ones you're going to cut at home? Or do you cut after hours? Are you allowed to cut after hours at work?
After hours,
Yeah. Are you allowed to say it on camera?
I think so.
She will know if she wasn't.
Okay, so we got some different kinds of like jaspers and stuff. Cool.
And it's quartz with needles in it.
Oh, so you're going to try to do some special effects?
Yeah.
Cool. What's that? Amethyst?
Yeah, amethyst.
Nice. Okay, so you got a nice little selection here. Oh.
And this one.
So you're buying jewelry as well?
Yeah.
So wait, it's emerald? Is that emeralds?
Emerald and spinel.
Spinel
And then opal.
Oh, nice.
Really cute, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so we are back from the show, back home. Victoria, show us what you got.
So I got a little yellow zircon, Burmese spinel, fire opal, and more Burmese spinel. I think most of the stone I will recut. And then I got also like those beautiful rainbow moonstone. Those are really cool.
Yeah, I can see.
They will have to be recut.
And so is this everything that you got or you're...
I got a few more. I got some zircon and some honeyed tanzanite, but they are still in Sainte-Marie. My friend will bring them to me soon.
And for me, I just got a few things this year. A selection of emeralds, which look a lot better in real life than they do on the camera right now. A little suite of peridot, some iolites, and this set of aquamarines that have a very, very nice blue color. These ones probably need a little recut to close the windows, and all of these emeralds need a little touch up. I'm not sure if these will go for sale on our site or I'm going to do a little project for myself with them. But yeah, pretty nice haul this year. No rough, no specimens, no minerals, just some cut stones for the recut. And that's it. Thank you so much for going on another adventure with me to the Sainte-Marie Gem Show, looking for faceting material and having a lot of success. This has been Justin K. Prim with the Gem Cutter's Craft. See you right here next time.